Welcome back, and you are watching Abled Differently. Cosmas was involved in an accident that later led to the loss of his sight. Currently, he's a student at the Kenya Institute for the Blind. Take a look.
Kenya Institute for the Blind is a government institution established in 1963 and later mandated as a National Braille Resource Center, tasked to fulfill the national objectives such as education for all in 2004. Being the premier training, rehabilitation and resource center, the organization has its work cut for them, as George Musyoka explains.
The first role is to coordinate the provision of services to persons who are visually impaired, and mostly educational services. The other function is actually to produce all materials in accessible format so that persons and learners with visual impairment can access information or can access that material, be they educational material, that is curriculum, or any other reading material that one wants to present to other people. We take into consideration that persons with visual impairment also have a right to access such material. We also train people who have lost sight while at work or back in the community, and after training we place them back to work. We also place them back to the community.
Cosmas Otwori, a student at the Kenya Institute for the Blind, lost his sight in an accident.
Ngong Road is only two lanes, ya kupanda na kuteremka. So like if you need to cross, if this one has given you permission to cross, you need like huyo anakuambia cross na yule anakuja kutoka juu, so need to calculate your nini wall. So quite a number are crossing, people are crossing. So I remember now it was my turn now to cross. As in wao wameenda mbele yangu, so it's my turn me to cross as a person. So what I did, I just raised my hand up, for me to cross. So then that guy waved, fanya nini? Vuka. When I was pulling my left leg, then the right leg, from there I cannot tell you what happened. I just got myself chini. Kwa lami. After, going through, checking through my eye, going through the machine and trying to see how the eye is improving, he told me two things. I'm happy that your eye is healing up well, but with the sight, it's normal. So there was an aspect of the wound healing well, then there was an aspect of losing the sight.
Admitted in hospital for over a month because of the magnitude of injuries and treatments, Cosmas later found out he had to contend, for as he found out that his only immediate support system was slowly drifting away.
Then I was admitted in Kikuyu Hospital. I was in bed. I was on a collar, the whole body's in pain. Then I remember my father was just seated by his side, those chairs that are just beside the bed. Then she came, she brought us food. And she could, it was very casual. There's this is my husband, then this is my father-in-law. It was very casual. You know what? They're in bed, she had to ask me pesa ya rent. Yeah? In bed, hospital bed, I'm just in a t-shirt and in a shirt, and then in hospital attire. Then she's telling me rent. Then my father was like, oh no, you asking Cosmas rent just at the hospital bed? Like, honestly, he's gone through all these procedures that I really are so demanding, and then you're asking about the rent? You know what my dad told her? Kindly, my daughter, the rent at this particular time, it's not very important to Cosmas in bed. You are working, what you do kindly, just pay the rent, then I'll refund you myself. So from that moment, I just picked that thing. Then I was like, this is not the light I knew.
On discharge, Cosmas looked forward to his family's support through recovery, but this was not the case.
One bedroom house doesn't have vitu kidogo being a family man, but you know, they packed from kitchen, bedroom, everything. So what they did, or whether she did, I don't know whether she was clever enough, I don't know. She left the curtain of the window and the curtain ya mlango. So when we came back, my brother he opened the house. So opening the house, like, guess what? Sitting room was like, I mean, like, Cosmas was like, Nini, there's nothing in the house. I mean, what are you telling me? Like, nothing is in the house. So I was like, I mean, what is my brother telling me? Is he joking with me? So kuzunguka kwa nyumba bedroom, nothing. So like, kuangalia hapa sitting room, there was only some suitcase. Manguo zimewekwa ndani, ingine zimekanishwa juu, the shoes were down there. You know, I was like, what is really happening?
It took Cosmas a while to accept and adjust to the new way of life. Upon consultation, he joined Kenya Institute for the Blind, which helped him to settle in.
When we go there, we got some lady there, and who already had my file on his table. The file that I had over the doctor's place, she has already there, the file with her in the table. So we were invited in. Actually, when the lady could look at me, she could learn that I was shocked as a result of the information I'd got prior from the doctor. So she had to introduce herself. I remember very well. She was called Madam Jerry. Jerry, I think she's in the department of low visions clinic. She's the one who's heading there. So she's more of doing a lot of counseling and a lot of like recommendation, like my status now today, where is the best place to go. So from there, she's the one who told us more, like there is an institution called Kenya Institute for the Blind that we come and see which is the best way to be helped. I thank God for KBC administration, and more particularly the head of the department today, called Mr. George Musioka. When he heard about the story, he was like, man, I mean, you need to be here, like yesterday.
Contending to this new environment was complicated further by his employer, who fired him on medical grounds without compensation. This prompted Cosmas to seek justice through the courts.
Me losing sight, it came as a result of the impact I had. So it resulted to something we call a retina detachment, both eyes. So all the retina detachment, the retinas got detached. So as a result of that, after going through several surgeries, actually to be particular 6 surgeries, none of them gave me back the sight. So when then I was in employment. But see now, security company, it has so many departments, but essentially they depend so much on your sight. So then that's when they felt like they don't need my services. Therefore, I was terminated. I need to be compensated. I'm a human being. I need my family back to track. I'm now blind. I need to go to school. My school fees, you know. I'm paying hostels. Yeah, hostel nalipa 10,000 every month. Yeah? I need upkeep. How do I get the upkeep? Yeah, because now I'm completely paralyzed. Yeah, I'm going for checkups every month. For the checkup every month in the hospital, you need to pay 1,000 shillings for you to see the doctor. Transport, you know, all along I've been doing that since the time I was blind.
According to Mr. Musioka, the head of rehabilitation and training at the institute, rehabilitation is crucial in helping cope with the weight of being blind and reducing the magnitude of stress or depression that follows it.
We'll start with the guidance and counseling, because you find that after many people lose sight, they somehow give up in life. So we take them through an intensive program of guidance and counseling. We have trained counselors, and after that we have what we call an individualized program, whereby you can join us anytime and we will treat you as an individual. So we do not have now a time whereby we say this is a time for people to apply or this is a time for people to graduate. Each one will come at his own time because we cannot determine when somebody is to acquire the visual loss.
Having had his own share of challenges in marriage after the accident, Cosmas cautioned couples to remain true to their vows, for better or for worse, encouraging them of life after disability.
There's life after disability. In fact, I can challenge you people today that these people who are like, actually we don't call ourselves disabled. We are able differently. Yeah. These people, they unapata kwamba maybe one thing goes like now macho ikienda, God gives you another thing. Like me today, I can tell you today, Maureen, with my ears and my smell today, I can tell you when hata ukiwa mbali when somebody is walking, I can tell you somebody walking. Hata ukitembea pole pole, I'll always know somebody is walking.
Thanks to technology and assistive devices like phones and computers, things have been made easy. This prompts users to experience freedom and independence, as Mr. Musyoka demonstrates.
This is a usual smartphone, and anybody can use this phone. The only challenge with somebody who has lost sight is that he may not be able to interact with the screen, because the moment you know what is on the screen, you are able to navigate. So we will take this phone, and most phones are coming with inbuilt assistive technology. So when you go to accessibility, you find there are different programs that are inbuilt. So in most phones, you just need to go and activate any speech software that might be inbuilt, and if it is not, you can install from the internet. For example, like this one, mine has what we call the Google Talkback. So this Talkback, it is either inbuilt in some phones, and if it is not, with an affordable smartphone, it means now you can just download and you make this one to have some speech, so that anybody who is visually impaired can use. This is just an ordinary laptop, but now you find that we have installed a program called JAWS, that is Jobs Access to Windows. We can also install another program called NVDA, and so many other programs. So you find that after you have installed, the computer is able to provide some speech output, so that you are able now to navigate through the screen. So the challenge is just having access to what is on the screen, be able to know what is the screen, and knowing now to navigate using different key commands.
Mr. Musyoka encouraged those who have become blind later in life to consider enrolling at the Institute for a comprehensive course, underscoring the importance of doing so.
In case there is anybody who has lost sight and he may not know what to do, KIB is a place to be. Or in case you know somebody who has lost sight, you can link us with the person, and we shall come looking for the person to make sure that he benefits from this noble service of rehabilitation.
Let's take a look at the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities.
Article 25 of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities states that state parties shall, Part B, provide those health services needed by persons with disabilities, specifically because of their disabilities, including early identification and intervention as appropriate, and services designed to minimize and prevent further disabilities, including among children and older persons.
I'm afraid that's where we come to the end of the show today, but be sure to join us every other Sunday when time and space allows. I've been your host, Jane Theory. Goodbye.
We are here and we are strong. Let's be counted as we move on. Make a difference, change lives as we tell our different stories. We are capable, beautiful. We are born to do great things. We're unstoppable, incredible, 'cause we're differently abled, differently.